Welcome to Erotic Wisdom with Mrs. Love.
Okay, so welcome back. This is the exciting bonus episode because we always get warm up in the interview and now we are hot. We want to carry on with the heat, a little bit of heat. We don't want to leave it there. And so the hot topics we're going to carry on with Yasmeen today is the liquid nature of our body, the fluid of our body, the water, the blood, the semen, the erotic juices. And let's take it from there.
Oh, yes, let's do that.
Speak to us about your knowing, your liquid wisdom.
Yes, so we spoke before about the lotus and also the nature of water and creativity, fertility. I want to go a little bit deeper into our body and the connection we have. And I say we because everyone in a physical body, either male or female, will either have bleeding at some point in their life. Most women will either bleed. Either you will bleed or you have bled. And men will have semen. And this is just the nature of our body. And there's a deep, vital, incredible connection, a key to exploring our sacred nature through these fluids. So how we work with our fluids, how we treat our fluids. Now, I'm just going to take a guess, maybe I'm wrong or right, but I would say that a lot of men consider the semen something that ejaculates and that's it, you get rid of it, put it in the bin, wipe it off. To say, let's put it in the earth, let's anoint, millions and millions of sperm are found in each and every ejaculation. Millions of seeds of life. Each one has the capacity to create a human genetic structure. There's so much wisdom and power that comes in this fluid. The way one treats that is a way one actually treats their own deep core divinity, their inner creator. And with that ability to start to work with this fluid, you become more of a co-creator with the world, as opposed to the world is created and you're like, no, you actually realize, remember, awaken to the fact that you are a co-creator. Now, this is a very radical, fast way to connect to this nature of creativity and divine co-creativity is with our fluid. So in a male body with the semen, how you ejaculate, when you ejaculate, with what intention do you ejaculate? What is your intention behind each and every ejaculation? Is it going into the nothing with frustration? Is it a prayer? Is it a celebration? Are you breathing it up into your cells? Are you fusing your cells with this life force energy? So these are like simple ways to connect. So in the male body, in the female body, so important with the blood. And I'm sure you've touched on these, probably I'd say in other podcasts, or yourself, Valentina, as a Tantra teacher.
Sure, but it's so beautiful to
how
hear.
We relate to our blood and the nature of...
Sorry, carry on talking. We had just a little hiccup in the connection.
Yes. So also with the blood, it's amazing how it's still, like even women and even women who've done a lot of work still consider the blood messy or smelly or disgusting even, or like something
inconvenient, always very inconvenient.
Yes. This again, now this body, this animal, like all this stuff is biology. And you know, recently I started free bleeding, which was I spent a whole day, actually my birthday, just allowing the blood to trickle down my thighs the whole day. What a luxury to give this permission that every drop of blood was a revelation in itself. And I, from somewhere inside of me, I cried out of happiness. And also the part that's like, wow, how did I forget? Like, yes, I've used the moon cup. Yes, I've put it, put it in the earth. But to actually rest and go into complete, full nothing, just everywhere, just listening to the inside, studying the blood, it was magnificent. And I realized there's always a new connection to have. Every time I realize I think I know something or I've got it, there's something, a deeper experience to be had, a deeper learning, a deeper unfolding. The journey never ends. But this journey with our blood and with the semen is...
And I just want to interject here to share something about me, because you mentioned the moon cup, and I also had the same process where I've been holding my blood so sacred that I had to collect it with the moon cup and keep it for very special event, or giving it back to the earth as part of a ritual, having to have the important things to say. And I noticed also how that became, as valuable that is, but it became also a bit too contrived and too controlled for me in my journey. And so recently, I also find the freedom of just bleeding on the ground and let it go. Didn't have to collect this blood anymore. That's what I've done so far, to like the Holy Grail. And just the freedom of sit, bleed, let it go. Give it to the earth without having to say the important sentence or the holy song or ritualize it. The ritualize became the simplicity and the naturality of it. And so for me to also undo too much importance, the importance of the ordinarity. I don't know if my grammar is right here, but to be so ordinarily important, ordinarily sacred. Also, make it simple. That was the big piece for me.
I love that. I absolutely, that resonates deeply. I do feel the more simple things are, the more sweeter and almost like more sacred in its sense. So, and it's important just to keep the awareness of, so
of what's happening,
the sacred semen, the sacred blood, to just be aware. And in that awareness, I'm learning something, because also the beauty of that simplicity, and in that there's the honoring of, but not the shaming of or the repulsion of. That I feel needs to and will
absolutely
that needs to shift, so that we're able to bring the awareness and consciousness all the way down to the seat of our body.
But I interjected you, and I think I interrupted your flow. So you were going somewhere with it. Oops, sorry. I think I took your flow away.
I also...
So water, we spoke about simmer and menstruation, and you also wanted to speak about water, the water of the being that was in your inside.
The sense I have is just this incredible web of this body of water that we live on and that lives within us. And in it, there's the memory, like in one drop of water, it contains so much memory of life on this planet. And everything is contained. And so how we allow ourselves to be hydrated. And when I say hydrated, it's not just through water, but it's through this deep nourishment that comes from this fluid of life, to allow ourselves to be deeply nourished, to drink from the cup of life. And with that, I feel the less we feel our thirst without quenching it, then perhaps the waters of this earth can start to run clearly again. We're so connected, all are so connected. how we treat our bodies, our sacred fluids. We are made of blood and water, and how we treat and work with this body of water that we have, I feel have such an impact on the waters that we need this in this life to survive. The oceans, the rivers, all of it interconnected. So pristine and so pure and so perfect, this web. So I feel like just to raise awareness, how we hydrate, how we nourish, how we drink, what we drink from life. Not to drink everything that comes out, all the poison, no, that we purify ourselves, and so we clean our inner waters in the sense that we clear all the old memories. We clear that from our system, because what we do inside has a profound effect outside on the world. And I feel it's time that we start to remember this flow of life, the flow. Not everything is boxes and calendars and right angles and lines, and this whole system is created in this. And the only thing that can move through that to create new flows and new forms is water. It flows through. It doesn't make anything. It just moves right through. It shifts the forms of things. So remembering this fluid nature of our beings. So not getting too caught on any ideas, not getting caught on how we think it should be, not getting caught on our identity. All of this, the way we move our body, the way we lubricate our body, the way we allow ourselves to flow. Even now, just speaking, I can feel something happen, something begins to open up. We begin to dance again. There's a flow, a rhythm that moves us, and so I feel there's a connection there with water, and the importance of honoring the water around us, the way we drink it, because we need the water on this planet to be clean and pure for all the next generations that are going to come. It's important. And there's a lot of attention now on this water system. They say the next wars on the planet will be not because of money, not because of anything, but because of water. Rivers are running dry, other places are flooding. There's a connection between that and ourselves and our bodies and these living bodies of water. So bathing, drinking, washing, purifying, whispering, prayer, all of these things create, I feel, really powerful impacts.
Yeah, drinking the water of our own erotic wisdom. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Being nourished by our erotic wisdom, that what happened in our body carries wisdom, semen and blood and erotic fluid, that lubricate our corner, that our hinges, and to receive it instead of throwing it away, like started with this allegory of often, the semen get just cleaned up and thrown away and is inconvenient, and the blood also, for years I just put a tampon in and took it out sitting on a toilet, so I didn't have to see it, smell it, to deal with it and flush it. So it's not it doesn't belong to me, and I have nothing to do with it. And I was deeply rejecting my innate wisdom, my sovereignty. And the same is the work I do with many men. When I see them, they self-pleasure and then they take napkins. That's their automatic movement. They take a napkin, clean themselves up, and carry it on. And I said, at least spread it all over your body, even in self-pleasure, give it back to yourself. Don't just clean it like it's something dirty, but receive it back, smear it on your tummy, or, taste it and connect. And then even self-pleasure doesn't have to be so perceived as so dirty. You're actually producing an elixir, eat it back, drink it back, absorb it. Yeah. And see what it begins to do to your relationship with self.
Oh, self-pleasure now is a whole other part.
Exactly.
Oh, Valentina, if I did not have my self-pleasure practice or the way I've journeyed with self-pleasuring over the years, I think I would be really a sad, miserable person, because I'd always be looking outside for the perfect one to meet my sexual needs, the fact that I can love myself so fully and be fully met with this erotic soul meeting.
Yeah.
I feel has been one of the most powerful practices of my life. And I've done many practices, but this one, because it's direct, soul, matter, body, spirit, all together, the whole mind needs, like the two left, right hemisphere, everything needs to join in order to really make love fearlessly, shamelessly with oneself. Now, there's many ways to get there, but I feel it's an important step on the act of sovereignty and self-love, is to know how to be your own lover. And not that you always need to do this for yourself. Like maybe if you have a partner, it's not necessary that but at least to know that if you're like feeling empty, thirsty, needy, needy comes back.
Yes.
Yes, that you have everything inside of you to fill your cup and more. It's there.
Yeah.
It's just
Amen.
the attitude and the approach towards self-love, and also one's own fluids. Yes, because it's important
to fill the cup. To fill the cup with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Very rich, beautiful bonus episode. I think we're just gonna say arrivederci for now. And thank you for sharing your liquid wisdom with us. And yeah, for the people that just connected with this bonus episode, I'm gonna write all the detail to connect with Jasmeen are gonna be in the comment of the podcast, but maybe you can just repeat your website for everybody that just caught.
Yeah, it's www.egyptian-templearts.com.
And Jasmeen does courses, retreat, personal mentorship, personal session work. Just go on her website and you'll find all her beautiful gifts to share. So thank you. This is an arrivederci, because definitely we need to talk again. So I will want you back onto this podcast over and over, like good lovemaking, and it's never ending. So yeah, thank you, and see you soon. Arrivederci. I'm just gonna stop the recording, but don't go away yet.
Okay, my love.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.
Okay.
My